What's up, guys? 0.62 is officially live on experimental. We've got several things to talk about. So I wanted to make a video just to kind of explain some of the new things that you can expect in 0.62 and some of my thoughts on these different things that have been added. And then I also want to show you guys at the end of that, I'm just going to turn off the mic basically and show you some of the environmental changes, the sound changes, some of the new places in the map and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So first up, let's talk about some of the things that are brand new in 0.62 and that would have been changed and things like that. So we've got new tree models. The trees look really, really good. They look much more realistic. So I think you guys are going to enjoy that. I'll show you some of that in the video here. The forests are a little bit denser. So some of the foliage is a little bit denser. The trees are a little bit denser. There is, at the moment, I'm not sure if this is on purpose or if this is not on purpose, but you can't actually go into the pine trees at the moment. I mean, that was a huge part of PvP. People would go into the pine trees to bandage after a battle, or during a fight, people would go into the pine trees to try to ambush somebody. I mean, that was just a huge part of the game. So right now, you can't actually go in there. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or not, but there's new grass, new smaller plants, new surface textures, out in the open plains and stuff like that. So it's just going to add kind of a little bit of a different feel to it. You've got improved wind behavior. So there's a new castle on the map right now. It's really, really cool. It's west of La Patina, but the reason why I brought that up is because I was on my way there to take a look, and I was out in the field, and I looked ahead of me, and the wind was gusting through my headset. I could hear it like loud and clear going by. It sounded really, really good and really realistic. And I'm looking up at the pine trees, and they're all kind of moving in the direction of the wind, and there's like these little particles going through in the exact direction of the wind. It's really, really cool for immersion and stuff like that. So you got some improved wind behavior, which is really nice. New shaders for the wind affecting trees and grass, which I just kind of talked about, is another thing that was added. They tweaked and they changed the lighting for the world. So I noticed this especially at nighttime. Like, the lighting really did feel like it felt more realistic at night. It felt more creepy. It felt like the light that you were getting was from the stars or from the moon, and et cetera, et cetera. And it was really, really good. It added definitely kind of a creepy aspect to the game, which is awesome. We'll talk about that later. But they made some small improvements to satellite textures. Rain is affected by the wind and the refinement of its behavior in general. So yeah, the rain affects trees, grass, foliage, the rain and how it moves and how it sounds like that, which is really cool. The rain actually looks even better. Remember when 0.60 first came out and the rain was like, wow, this is really, really nice. This looks really good. It's even better now with the new effects and stuff like that. There's a lot of new locations, like I was talking about with the new castle a second ago in Chernarus. There's a new castle west of La Patina, north of Mishkino Tents. Really, really cool. There's a new big dam. I'll try to show you guys some of this on the screen as well. There's a new big dam with a lake south of the Mishkino Tents. They completely changed the Zelenogorsk military base. You guys will see a video tomorrow of me in a 3 versus 1 fight at the Zelenogorsk military base. I was just going to try to kind of capture a little bit of it and see it. And then all of a sudden it's just like, bam, firefight, firefight. Because these new locations, it's kind of like when they added Prison Island. These new locations are going to be hot spots for a while. So you guys are always going to be running into players there because people are going to be like, oh, let's go check out the new spot. So anyways, yeah, some of the geographical changes. There's a lot of small changes to the map. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but those are just some of the ones worth noting. They changed the ghillie suit. So the ghillie suit's a little bit different because they had to make it different to account for the changes in the environment. Obviously, the old ghillie suit wouldn't be as effective because it was made for the old foliage. So they had to kind of rework that and change how it looks a little bit. So they fixed some bugs and stuff like that. And then one of the biggest things about this patch, maybe the biggest for immersion, and just everything in general, is the new ambient sounds. Yes, it's experimental. Yes, it needs to be tweaked a little bit. In certain cities, the crickets sound like they're screaming in your ear. But overall, the new ambient sounds are really, really good, in my opinion. I remember I had a firefight, a different firefight than the one I mentioned at the Zelenogorsk military base. It was at night. It was pitch black. All I had was like the light from the moon and the new ambient sounds with like the owls and the crickets and different things like that. I was like genuinely nervous a little bit, and I hadn't had that in a long time in DayZ, and it really added kind of a scary effect to it, which was amazing. Really, really like the ambient sounds. They sound really good out in the forest. Makes the game seem more realistic. The immersion's better. Good job, dev team. Props to them. And then there's another thing that you can't really find too, I mean, you could probably find it on Reddit or something weird, but Peter on Twitter mentioned one of the things coming to this update was a nice little surprise for PvPers. And what that is, what I think he was saying, he hasn't confirmed this, but what I think he was talking about was they reduced the sway on weapons. A huge thing that almost everybody has talked about, something that they wanted to have changed, was reducing the sway on the weapons. And that's exactly what they did. It's noticeably different. It's noticeably less. So pretty cool. You can run, go test it for yourself. You can run for a while, stop, aim, and it's noticeably different. So that's amazing. Props to them, really good job. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now so you guys can kind of enjoy the environment and the new changes in 0.62. Cool update. So keep in mind, guys, 0.62 had a very small amount of the team working on 0.62. The majority of the team is working on 0.63. I'm just giving you guys information. I'm not defending, or I'm not, you know, I'm not fighting for one side or the other. I'm just giving you guys information. 0.63 is the big patch. It's supposed to be beta. So you guys are like, oh my God, we waited so long for 0.62 and all they added was trees and some sounds. Well, it's a big patch if you really think about it. They built all of this from scratch. So, but anyways, 0.63 is the bigger one. They had most of the team working on that. And it's going to be huge. That is supposed to be beta. They're basically building the game from the ground up. So something to definitely look forward to. I cannot wait. 0.62, props to the devs. Great job. 0.63, even more exciting stuff coming in the future. But like I said, let me shut up so you guys can enjoy this. And let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.